painting taken from a wall in the hallway that turns out to be a highly respected artist's missing masterpiece. It might even be supposed costume jewelry that turns out to be nothing of the sort, but rather genuine gold or silver laden with precious gems. When the gobsmacked owners learn the true value of what they had previously only casually regarded, they treat their possessions with a new profound respect. The surprises come from all parts of the country and from all sorts of people. The same is true with the many seemingly ordinary verses of the Bible. The verses come from all parts of the Bible, including the historical, wisdom, poetic, legal, and prophetic texts. And they come from all sorts of people, including Moses, judges, prophets, kings, sages, and, as we'll see, even people from non-Israelite cultures. Of course, the greater depths of meaning these verses possess were no doubt noticed by their original readers and hearers. The expressions, allusions, wordplays, and other literary features in these verses would have been immediately recognized by and grabbed the attention and interest of God's people in biblical times. But time moves on, and just as the passing of time brings with it a fading awareness of the significance of those surprise treasures on Antiques Roadshow, so the passing of time unfortunately brings along with it a fading awareness of the significance of the biblical treasures as well. It is therefore time for us to bring some of these seemingly ordinary biblical verses in for reappraisal. When we re-examine these verses from new perspectives, we may very well be just as gobsmacked when we learn their surprising significance. We'll see that there is so much more depth to them than we could have imagined. The Bible abounds with such verses, and there is simply not enough room in a book this size to consider them all. We must limit ourselves in some way. Because the verses that are the most culturally and chronologically remote from our contemporary circumstances, and therefore the verses whose deeper meaning is most likely to be overlooked, are found in the Old Testament, our explorations will be limited to these. But even restricting ourselves to the Old Testament yields too many verses to adequately consider. The biblical texts are so extensive and cover such a long period of time that we must pick and choose. Consequently, the verses we will investigate are not to be regarded as comprising a comprehensive list, nor are they structured in any formal way around specific topics or the kinds of deeper meaning they possess. Rather, the passages are arranged in their canonical order, enabling readers to easily access whatever section of the Bible they wish to explore further. And because these chapters do not build on each other, readers can delve into the deeper meaning of these passages in any order they choose. The Bible is a bottomless reservoir of meaning. We are therefore limited not only in the scope of our investigation, but also in the level of its detail. Readers who desire to investigate some of these details even more deeply can refer to the information and resources provided in the notes to each chapter, located at the end of the book. But no matter how deeply we explore these seemingly ordinary verses, we should never think we have exhausted all there is to say in each case regarding the biblical author's inspired literary imagination and skill. We can always go deeper. We can always say, but wait, there's more. So let's begin exploring at least some of the more these verses have to offer us. 1. One of these things is not like the others. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Genesis chapter 1, verse 1. On the PBS television series Sesame Street, there is a well-known sketch that is immediately identifiable by its song, "One of These Things is Not Like the Others."